Thank you for joining us for Headlines, your news session program in English on radio television of Burkina Faso. The Stallions of Burkina, the country national football team, were eliminated by Egypt last Wednesday at the African Cup of Nations Gabon 2017 at the semi-final stage. The Stallions that were running for their first title this year will finally play the ranking match this afternoon against the Ghana team. The Stallions of Burkina Faso crossed several hindrances since the beginning of the competition till semi-final stage. We met 3 sport actors and fans to get their appreciation on the participation of the Stallions of Burkina at the African Cup of Nations, mainly on the quality of their game. The first to react is Jerome TIENDREBEOGO. He's a sport journalist at radio television of Burkina Faso.
Burkina Faso is among these 16 nations, and when you play until semi-final, it means that you among the 4 best teams of Africa. This is something that is very important. I know that the Stallions have the possibility to go far away in the competition. This is what we regret. If not, I know that we have a very good team. We have not big players known like I don't know, Sadio Mane of Senegal, Riyad Mahrez of Algeria, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang of Gabon, but they play together. They give a good collective game. This is important in football, as you know that football is a collective game. This, I think, is one of the strengths of our national team. We have young players like Bertrand Traoré, like Kofi Hervé Kouakou, like Blati Touré. There are many young people, young players that play very well in this competition. I think that this year we are not so far from the cup. I'm convinced that 2019 in Cameroon, Stallion will win the competition.
Okay. The second we are going to listen to is Issiaka ILBOUDO. He is a sport analyst.
We have noticed that Burkina Faso had a very good performance during this competition, because from the beginning no one had seen Burkina Faso at this stage of this competition. But finally, as we used to say from time to time, where there is a will, there is a way. And today we are very proud, and all the Burkinabés are very proud to see Burkina Faso as this level of competition, and it's a great thing. It's not given to every team to qualify for the qualification for the competition, and finding Burkina Faso among the 16 countries qualified to take part to the tournament, we can say Burkina Faso is among the biggest biggest team in Africa, because many countries did not get the ticket to participate.
Can we say that one day the Burkina football team can win the cup?
Why not? It's possible, because life is made of dream. I'm sure that one day we can win the African Cup of Nations, because we have a very young team, we have a very motivated team, and we should not forget we have already played a final in 2013 in South Africa, and today we are still going little by progressing, and I hope that in the coming years it's possible for Burkina Faso to win the trophy.
The last one to react is a football fan. She says nobody in the group should be blamed simply because they gave their best. Let us listen to her.
I think I can say that this year they really did good, and their last match for me was the best ever. What I liked most, and let me start with the game I liked the best, was the game against Egypt. I think that was where they really gave everything out. And like they were really playing, knowing very well that more than 17 million people were behind them. So they really went for the game. They did their best. That was fantastic. In football, We always need a winner and a loser. Unfortunately, like we all hope that Burkina Faso is gonna go forward. Unfortunately for us, we couldn't make it to the next step. But I'm not gonna blame Kofi or Bertrand on the fact that we lost the game. They are young. They still have a lot to learn. And I think those are things that happen. They really did their best during the game. They showed that they could, they really wanted the country to go forward. Unfortunately, it didn't work. It is not their fault. Those are things that happen. It could happen to every single person. So to me, we cannot blame them. I just say big up to the guys.
Let us turn over the sport pitch to say that several personalities were in Burkina Faso this week to meet President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore. Among these personalities, Guinea-Bissau Prime Minister Umaru Sissoco Embalo. He says he has come to deal with bilateral cooperation between his country and Burkina Faso and to congratulate Roch-Marc Christian Kabore for the appointment of Burkina diplomat at the head of the African Union Commissions. The Guinea-Bissau Prime Minister also added that he also got to deal with security and the transition issue of his country. The ECOWAS chairman met President of Faso Roch-Marc Christian Kabore to talk about the security issue on the ECOWAS region and the situation of Gambia. Marcel de Souza also says he has come to inform President of Faso that the ECOWAS Commission decided to disperse about 300 million of CFA francs to fund the compensation of victims and the wounded of the failed military coup in Burkina of September 2015. A delegation of the MCC conducted by the MCC Vice President and the American Ambassador in Burkina Faso discussed with President of Faso on priority to be defined in the implementation of the second MCC the USA granted to Burkina Faso. Before meeting President of Faso, the American delegation also met Prime Minister Paul Kabatiba to deal with the MCC. Both parties discussed mainly on the coordinating team of the MCC and reform to be defined for a better implementation of the compact. I invite you to listen to the American ambassador on this meeting with Prime Minister Paul Kabatiba.
So we are so pleased to be able to have this conversation with His Excellency the Prime Minister, the Minister of Economy and Finance, and the rest of the team, who are so warmly welcomed, a team that has come from the Millennium Challenge Corporation in Washington to take the next step in the work towards implementing a second Millennium Challenge Compact for Burkina Faso. The openness of this team, the preparation of this team, all are laying the groundwork for the next steps in our joint effort, our partnership to help address the challenges that are inhibiting our desired growth and surge in economic growth for the Burkinabe people.
Azalai Hotel is the next-door hotel that hosted MPs who should vote the modification of Article 37 of the Constitution to allow President Compaoré running for a new term. The hotel was then destroyed by demonstrators during the popular revolt and remained closed now. Very soon, this hotel will open its doors to its customers. To redevelop the hotel, Prime Minister Paul Kabatiba and the CEO of the hotel launched the rehabilitation building on Friday on the same site.
Prime Minister Paul Kabatiba is laying the first cornerstone for the rebuilding of Azalai Hotel after the looting and pillaging occurred during the popular uprising of October 30th and 31st, 2014. More than 20 million euro from private partners will be used for the revival of this hotel, and even better, the project will extend that hotel with an emphasis put on local cultural wealth. We want to keep the image of this hotel. As you know, a lot of things happen here in the Hotel of Independence. It is also the Hotel of Fespaco with the swimming pool and the suite Samben Usman, but we're going to modernize it. We are extending it from 176 rooms to 230 rooms and suites. At the end, this hotel will be at the same time modern and typical to Burkina Faso, said the executive director of Azalai Hotel Independence. This reconstruction comes in the very difficult time for hotels due to the slowness of the economy and the terrorist threats, but the minister in charge of culture is giving assurances.
Le gouvernement a déjà fait un effort pour l'exemption des droits de douane par rapport aux équipements.
The government has made some efforts regarding the tax exemptions for hotel security equipment. This measure is currently in force. Aside this, we have endeavored some other actions like Connais-tu mon beau pays, which means do you know my beautiful country, and this will boost the destination of Burkina Faso across the world, said Tairou Bari, Minister in charge of Culture and Tourism. The rebuilding of this hotel is an opportunity that will create 500 permanent jobs and 1,000 non-permanent.
Aujourd'hui, vous savez, avec le lancement de ces travaux,
today, as you know, this reconstruction means the rebirth of this hotel. This rebirth comes in the same time with the launching of the National Plan for Economic and Social Development. This is the evidence of the private sector commitment to support the government for the successful implementation of the PNDS, the National Plan for Economic and Social Development, said Prime Minister Paul Kabatieba. In 18 months, Azalai Hotel Independence will be completely rebuilt and it will look like this.
The 28th Summit of Head of State and Government of the African Union appointed Ambassador Minata SAMAKE from Burkina Faso. She was appointed at the head of the African Union Commission in charge of Politics Affairs. Back home, the Foreign Affairs Department organized a ceremony to congratulate and to pay tribute to Ambassador Minata SAMAKE and invite you to listen to the Burkina diplomat on her priorities.
We will try to do our best about human rights, refugees, and to find a solution to avoid conflict in Africa. As you know, without peace and stability, security, there is no development. And election is a very good part of this situation. We will do our best to see this solution, to see these challenges, find a solution in Africa for the well-being of people of Africa.
Thank you for watching. Stay connected to Radio Television of Burkina Faso to enjoy your weekend. See you next time and take care.